Well, hello everybody. Welcome. I hope we're all doing good. A couple of things. Number one, I've changed the overlays. Cho's helped me to sort of thing out where essentially we can now scroll through the various. Oh my gosh. I'm yawning, and that'll be thing number two. I have to explain in a second. We essentially scroll through the stuff like one at a time now, and it's not all loaded up at once, and it sort of has to slowly and steadily refresh efficiency, which is a bit of a shame, but it should hopefully fix the crashes. The APIs are also sort of on fire though at the moment, and everything's kind of broke. So just for today's stream, for now, I'm just going to leave it as it. Well, I'm not going to leave it. I've updated it, but we're just not going to look at any of the like little fancy graphics. We're just basically going to go into in-game gameplay in just a second or two. Number two, yesterday I pointed out how happy and nice my sleep had become and blah, blah, blah. Well, obviously this raid is coming out, and so it comes out late in the day, and if I'm going to be doing the stream, I realised I can't be getting up in the morning like I want to. So last night I deliberately stayed up really late. So I've only had a couple of hours sleep for this. And what I'll do is I'll do this and then I'll leave. I'll go sleep through the rest of the day probably, and then I'll wake up. This is going to be the last stream. I'm not going to do this again tomorrow. So this is going to be the last master stream, because tomorrow we are not going to be doing it, because that'll be Tuesday morning and the raid will be later that evening. And so we'll be replaced with that. And then Master will come back afterwards. So yeah, it's I'm feeling pretty rotten, to be honest, at the moment. I don't like this. I don't like staying up this late. I don't like waking up. I don't like how horrible I feel in the mornings and stuff. But we will muddle our way through. You know, the wings come out slowly enough. It's not a big deal, really. So yeah, let's just get in game now and work on some stuff. So, as always, we're going to be opening up with... Wait, where is this one, right? We're going to be opening up with some casino coins. But I also have some other stuff to show you guys. So I did fractals again last night. And I've been doing them over and over and over again on Liz. And her inventory has just been exploding. Just been getting awful. Let's sort this out straight away. So I finally cleaned our inventory out yesterday. There we go. And, oh no, let's not turn this one on for now. I finally cleaned our inventory out, and that involved, like, going to my bank, because I had to, like, deposit all collectibles, like, a ton of time. And I had max silk, max, whatever the top tier, gossamer, max mithril, max platinum, and max means 2,000 of each, right? I had just, like, all these materials, because I hadn't cleaned my bank out in ages. So, if we have a look here, I've got a ton of stuff from the trading post ready to pick up. 232 gold, which is extremely nice. But also, look, 10 items. So, the 10 items are these. I bought some Dominator skins to finish off the Dominator set. These are currently coming from Black Lion chests. And so, if I grab these, I'll get some free Black Lion tickets or whatever. And, yeah, these are basically dropped in price at the moment. So I bought these. And we got another skimmer that came in. So we've got that. Also, yesterday, I mean, totally insane. We've got, a request from Coos on more upgrades for Spud 2, which I'm about to do. But also, look at this. Craycore, has offered a ton of money in these two separate mails here. Craigore's basically donated 1,000 gold to the prize pool for the raid stream tomorrow, which is incredible. A million years more than anyone has done anything remotely near at the moment. So that's so cool. Thank you so much to Craicore. 1,000 gold. Maybe I can, obviously I can't buy a whole legendary with 1,000 gold, but we can do something really nice with 1,000 gold, and we can add that to the prize pool. I can't actually accept much of this. I can now because weekly's just gone through, but I did want to show everyone on stream. But he sent it all in raw gold, so that's obviously a problem that's going to cap my account, but that's fine because I can spend my own personal money on that, and then sort of just get this in a week later or whatever. So yeah, to Craycourt, I don't know if you're watching the stream at the moment, man. He didn't even really send this mail as a part of a stream, as far as I'm aware. I mean, it's 22 hours ago, so kind of. But I mean, it's just brilliant. So thank you very, very, very much to you, and you know, all the good karma and good times for you. Thank you. So yeah, I want to show you guys that. Now we want to turn on Taco and get these coins going, because apparently 300 have already been collected as the wave's already started. The last thing I need to learn with this is where the wave starts for collection 1 in terms of where the markers begin, because I was a little bit all over the place with it last time. So let's see. There's a route for bleached bones on this map apparently as well. Freshwater pearls, clams, bleached bones. Round 2. This is the round 2 starting area. This is round 1 here. Where does round 1 start? I don't know where he's got round 1 set up to begin. We've got 2 minutes to rush through this, so I'm on the round 1 route now, but I just don't know where it began, so we'll just run through and see what happens. It's like this. You see how I just doubled back really weirdly, even though there are 3 coins directly in front of me? Yeah. That's kind of the problem right there. This is just like a pure Griffin course, because there's some weird jumps he wants me to make. Yeah, it's so much gold. It's really cool. Craycourt, just thank you. Can you real quick claim and delete the Hippo mini mail I gave you? Yes, I did do that, just so that you know. For some reason, I have a ton of personal markers here. What hotkey have I been pressing while streaming that's been placing those all over the course? I don't know. Or are those just default on the pack? I did that just the other day. Well, hold on. I don't know whether I deleted it. And if I didn't delete it, I don't know which character it'll be on. I'm guessing you got a response back from support. And they said, oh, you can't do it because the account that you sent it to has still got the Hippo. Which is fucking stupid because I have it unlocked and they should just be able to check that. So, the balloon launcher here. Oh, okay. You can break combat on these. Yeah, that's good. For some reason, I'm dropping down onto the floor just to grab this. That doesn't seem right, but whatever. Round 1 starts near the Amnoon waypoint on a roof to the south of the waypoint. I figured it was near the waypoint. That's why I opened today's stream at the waypoint, but it didn't seem to be the case. That's okay. What I can do is round 1 seems like the tightest of them all. Look, we spent all this time. We've only got 18 coins. There's only 15 seconds left. And I've been doing the course for, like, how long now? Like, look at this. We're not going to get much. I wasn't rambling for that long, was I? I wasn't chatting to you guys for that long. Look at this. We're going to miss all those coins down there. Round 1's brutal. I have to be really on the money, really quick on that. The course would have taken us around the pyramid and then it would have ended here. Thanks for that extreme detail there, Bacon, though, on where it starts. Alright, so round 2 here. And look, the nice thing, now that this is totally brain dead, thanks to Taco and Tekit, I can just chat with you guys here in the mornings. So, what else happened yesterday? So Skyscale as well, yeah. I, off-stream, nearly everything with the Skyscale I've done on stream. Oh, Smitsky wants a party. Okay, so I'll invite. I think I'm on NA right now, just for what it's worth. Nearly everything I've done. I was wondering why my frames were so low, but I realised now it's because I bumped the culling up. Where are we going? Over here. Nearly everything I've done with the Skyscale has been on stream. And so I liked the idea of doing it all on the stream. But there were a couple of things earlier that, like, I had just done off screen. And so this section of the Skyscale was literally go to various interesting areas around the world. I think it does it a disservice to describe it purely as jumping puzzles. That's not really fair. There are some jumping puzzles in there, but there's also a lot of just interesting places. And there's a couple of world bosses in there also. Only 2, the Shadow Behemoth and the Golem Mark II. But it was really fun actually, and it's a good, healthy mix of core Tyria, new season areas, and Path of Fire General. I think Path of Fire General was a chunk of it. There's a lot of little detail, like you find the sky scale at the area. Your character, as you're getting close, will actually speak out loud and say, "Where are you?" And then you get close and you say, "Found you!" And then you interact and say, "No, no, 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 no!" Right? Like, it's cute. It's cool. So, you know, I think it's been a really good section, honestly. So, obviously, I want to get through this gate, but the gate's closed at the moment. So I'm just going to follow the course, I suppose. And then we'll see if we can get ourselves through that gate later. We'll go this way. On the Griffin, so that actually works. And so, yeah, I did the vast majority of that section. I already showed you the first 4 yesterday, and you kind of got the gist. I think I showed you like 4 on stream. We had a good amount of them done. And so now, if you have a look on Skyscale Lost, I've done like the bottom and the middle row, and I've left 4 for us to finish now on stream. So you're gonna get everything you need to know what this is. I think that here's the thing. This is why people describe it so. All the locations that it's going to ask you to go to are places you've likely been for other things in the past. The only trick to it is quite often it will be like if it asks you to go to a jumping puzzle location, the sky scale is not necessarily going to be standing on the chest. The sky scale is likely to be slightly off and to the side. You know, maybe a little bit even further back than you would normally go. There was a cool one in in Path of Fire. So this is the end, but obviously we missed those other coins, so, and the gate just opened, so let's go grab those. There we go. Lovely. And then, did we miss some other coins on the way around? Let's see, we were at 37. Wasn't this like a 42 or something we had when we did this yesterday? I feel like it was. No, one of the ones here on this map, actually, on the Crystal Oasis, it has you do that sand jackal challenge thing. I actually just cheesed it and skipped the entire thing with the Griffin and the Springer, and I was pretty happy with actually how I managed to do it. I managed to skip the whole puzzle and just climb directly onto the roof. It involved jumping on a Springer beyond an overhang, and then from beyond the overhang, I was essentially having to bond of faith into multiple Griffin wing flaps with the bond of vigor, and then I finally managed to make it after all of that. But yeah, I noticed that on that one, it's not at the very end of the Griffin sand thing. It's at the very you got to keep climbing afterwards, right? Like the double rune forged chest area, you can keep pushing. So yeah. Oh, Mike, thank you so much, and a raid. Thanks very much. Hello everyone from Mike's stream. I actually have no idea what you might have been watching and playing. The last Mike streams I saw were his Grimrock 1 playthrough streams, which was a while ago now, admittedly. Also, admittedly, I have seen you've sent me a couple of messages on Discord, Mike, but I haven't clicked and I haven't seen what they say just yet. If Rock is in chat, I've seen that as well. There's a couple of people that I need to respond to. Looking Dark has another 15 for me, and I haven't clicked those. Like I say, I'm a little bit out of it at the moment with delirium and tiredness. By the way, what do you think, WP? Will there be more win trading and AFK in PvP in the next ranked season to get these new titles? Yeah, there's at the top end, there's going to be stuff like that. I think the biggest problem that the community, the biggest mistake that the community makes though, is and I mean this in the nicest of ways. I really don't mean to be offensive, but there's a very, very, very low chance you are anywhere near good enough at the game for that to impact your gameplay. All right, just because you lose 500-0, just because one of your guys quits in the middle of a game, just because one of your guys is trolling around, just because one of your guys isn't playing very well, just because any of these things happen, it doesn't mean it's a win trade. Win trading doesn't actually extend very low down the leaderboard. Okay, a lot of it happens very quietly, and a lot of it will happen on accounts that don't appear on the leaderboard until the last second, and they're only in the very high end ranges. And yeah, you're not really. I mean, obviously, it will affect you in as much as you're gonna feel like those titles don't mean anything. But I mean, welcome to Guild Wars 2, I guess, where do titles mean anything? For a very brief window, some of those PvP titles meant something, but none of them really do now. And I don't mean because, you know, people have cheesed the system to get access to them. I mean simply because they don't take titles away from people. So you've, when I see like a god of PvP, that could be someone that got rank 1 on the leaderboard ages ago now, like a very long time ago, and it doesn't necessarily reflect their current skill or the class they're playing on or anything like that. I mean, that would never have been true even if they were revoking titles. So, you know, you get used to seeing best of the best and really an unyielding. I've seen a lot of really pathetic unyielding legends, and you know, it sort of doesn't matter. I mean, in a way, I sort of I get a bit judgy of people repping some of those titles at the moment, just a little bit, not much, but I sort of feel like a lot of the time when you rep one, you sort of to think that they mean something is to sort of acknowledge that, I don't know, you've not been on the scene very long, or your priorities are not the same as the priorities of a person who plays as much of a no life as perhaps I am. I don't know. I'm not sure how quite to express what I mean there. But yeah, so I mean, it's unfortunate, but it's not really a big deal. It's really not. And for most people to talk about, most people ask me that question, you really shouldn't care. You shouldn't care as much as you do. It's unfortunate, and it would be nice to see ArenaNet rule with an iron fist. But the way that PvP is structured is, you know, temporary bans don't mean anything to PvPers, and I think ArenaNet hasn't quite sussed that out. Because when someone gets temporary banned, they'll just play on another account. They don't care. They like the gameplay, and they can get access to the gameplay on an alternate account that, you know, can jump in straight away. There's no time gate to gear. There's no time. There's nothing. There's a little bit of a money gate in terms of unlocking the expansion for the elite specialization you care about. But a lot of core builds are viable as well. These are all brilliant things and nice philosophies that people have, you know, sucked from the teat from years now. You know, we've all enjoyed very much, but it also means that a lot of stuff is it's just inconsequential. If you break the rules in PvP, if you get banned for shit talking or whatever, you know, it doesn't mean anything. People just will come back, and they'll play through their bans, and even beyond that, they'll just get given accounts as well, you know. So there's a lot of stuff that you can say, oh, ArenaNet's doing a bad job because they're not holding these people accountable enough. But even if they did, man, they have to go more extreme with it, like a lot more extreme with it, and they have to shift sort of their PvP philosophies away from what Guild Wars is in a way, which you might say they should never do. I mean, I've been amazed at all the places they have bent and bowed over the years anyway, and moved away from what Guild Wars is. Like, I'm getting back into Fractals at the moment. I've got this friend who's telling me all this stuff about it, and like I'm learning all these things that I didn't know. I haven't played Fractals since like Fractal God got added, since even before. There's loads of stuff I haven't seen with Fractals, right? Not properly. Anyway, he and all of his friends have Fractal God, and so I'm learning what it is, how it comes from. Fractal God gives you like 7% damage and health regeneration and shit, right? So like it helps you maintain your scholar buff and just gives you straight up more damage. It power creeps the loot you get. Like, I know that Fractals have always been kind of an outside the system thing, you know, that they've always been about embracing sort of classic MMO grind, and they've always been about a bit of power creep for time investment and stuff. But you know, like, so maybe it's natural that Fractal God has all these perks on it. But it's like, wow, that's like an insane daily grind you're asking people to do, and they get tangible, serious power creep out of it. They get real power creep out of that grind. And of course, you know, the community applauds it all and loves it. But you know that if they twist and they allow for stuff like that, you know, and the whole legendary armor and weapon stat selecting and all these things, maybe it's time to do it with PvP as well. I don't know. I'm not proposing to have an answer. I'm just saying don't worry about. I'm explaining why I don't sort of worry about the state of affairs too much. But yeah, I can't imagine why my answer would be anything else either. I don't. You ask me, oh, will the wind trading come back? Why wouldn't it? All right, okay, wait. So today we tried to get a lot of coins. We did the course pretty well. And we did get 238 there. We've got 238. Isn't it 200 per purchase? So that means 2 days in a row, back to back, I can buy some stuff, can't I? I can do this now. So let's go have a look. But how ArenaNet knows when someone's doing account sharing? They have some automatic systems to check what IP got logged on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they can check. The thing is, account sharing happens everywhere in all the formats. World vs. World is account share. PvE is account share. People do a lot of it. So I don't know. Maybe it's beyond the point where they feel like it's easy to enforce. I don't know. Anyway, all right, guys, you've been voting on these. There's only 3 left to adopt now. All right, we are choosing the least desired, the least loved of all these rewards via letting you guys vote. We've got Zalambur, the Pinata. We've got loads of stuff. The only ones left are this adorable skimmer kite. Okay, adorable. But let's not forget, we also have the extremely cute and playful looking. Look at how scrappy this guy appears. The blue Choya, still waiting for a home, still waiting for a family. You could be the one to decide. Or his grumpy but ever so sweet when you get to know them, sweet little sister, the red Choya kite. Okay, so that's your choices, guys. You got the skimmer, the blue or the red Choya. They all love you. They all just want a place to live that isn't a nasty little casino with ogres gambling in the corner. Cast your votes now. All right, who is it? Choya is our fruit. All right. Blue Choya, red Choya, blue Choya, red Choya, skimmer. Oh, it seems a bit split. Guys, come on. You got to post. You got to post faster so that I can see. Skimmer. There's 4 skimmers in a row there. That's making me lean towards skimmer a little bit more. Red Choya. Someone just said Choya. All right, look. The skimmer spam is beginning. All right, it looks like the skimmer wins. People don't like these little Choya. These poor Choya. Okay, all right. Skimmer it is. Add. There you go. So we now have the zebra and the regular skimmer. They have found their way into the loving hands of a new family. Oh, I actually like this guy. He's got like the little tips, you know, to his wings of a different colour. That's beautiful. Anything worse than the Choya, the Quaggan? Brilliant. Alright, so doesn't that just fill you with warmth and happiness? Guys, it could be 2 more days and then we're done with the casino. We're done with this in 2 days, potentially. Because, we just got 200 in a single day there, I think. And we've got a lot more we could do. Alright, do I have this, by the way? Should I, just for one day, pick up Zatuka's Harrier inscription? I'm going to do it. Just because it feels like, you know, that's an unlock. And we've been skipping out on it. And now we can just go back to Amalgamateds. Right? Beautiful. Okay. So, with that done, and the Blitz competition cleaning up in 15 seconds, I'm just going to wait a couple of seconds and see. Do I get an extra reward for this? I'm pretty sure I don't. I just want to see, though. It was never split. You just didn't read the 8 skimmers above the Choyas. Yeah, maybe I should have scrolled up a little bit. You're right. All right, there you go. Okay, that's done. So, let's go here. Let's go get Merlin. So I may have made a big mistake yesterday. I did show Kerry the fact that I beat her score. And last night before I went to bed, we did maybe return here and she was practicing it. So I'm a little bit concerned now. Oh, look, she's second daily. What? Okay, she hasn't beat me. She just about hasn't beat me. She's like 100th of a second up my ass. That's so crazy. All right, here we go. Time to extend our lead. Are you ready, guys? That flap might have been a mistake. No, I don't think so. Racing lines, racing lines, racing lines. No, I hit the wall. I did that too early. Also, let me turn Taco off because there's so much crap on my screen right now that I just don't even need. All right, so we go. We got a delay. No, 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 no. I thought I was already in the downwards thing. Ready? Let's go to here. Oh, that was unfortunate. But, you know, that's going to happen. All right? If you want to make an omelet, guys, you got to crack a few eggs. All right? And that right there, that was a cracked egg. Hey, WP, I was doing the Griffin race last night, and I got the mini Griffin mount. Damn it, man. People keep coming up with these stories about how they got it. Everyone's got this goddamn thing. Alright, ready? Oh, no, no, no. Oh, that was really good. Did you see how delayed we got that? Let's try again. I think that was bad, because, look, I think we really need to hit the very top of that orb. That I think, because you gotta get going with a horizontal movement. When we're coming down to a, you know, a 10th of a second. Nope. It's all about this opening. That's what it is. Oh. Oh, when I get that, that's gonna be so huge. It's gonna be unreal. Ready? All right. Here we go. Come on, what the? Come on, dive down, Azaric. Dive down. Yeah, reset. I don't know about it. I don't know. It might not be very good. We'll see. No. You're going to wonder why I flapped there. And basically, I was considering dropping a bit lower, but I wanted to flap really quickly, so I tried, but I never triggered the initial animation. This is getting really silly, isn't it? There's no need to do this. I just need the good opening. That's all I need. This is so fiddly, though. They should have a method of, like, locking you in place. Forcing you to press play from a standing position so that I and everyone else doesn't have to dick about with this. Is that it? No, it's not. Damn. I should delay my burst of speed as well. But obviously I'm trying to get really efficient with that bit as well. There, that's it. Ah! I did press it. I cannot imagine what fraction of a second we're aiming for here. But the sun is rising. The sun rises over Amnoon as the racers work through the night. Alright, here we go. Ready? Oh my god, come on! There it is. I still did the thing too early. Whatever, we're taking this one. We're taking this. Alright. We have to go as low as possible there. Did we just lose all our speed? No! Oh, I almost got it. I hit in the very bottom of that there. That was so close. We have to do that efficiently at the end there, though, as well. Because you gotta just clip the very edges of the things, right? Let's go again. All right, we've practiced enough. Why did I go launching into the sky there? Did you see that? My keybinds were the same. I was already initiating a dive, and then I just... Right. I think we took that pretty good. That was pretty good. We got a risk. We gotta risk it all. Oh, I did that too early. Oh, come on. Don't. What am I doing? Why am I doing that? That was so stupid. I was genuinely just trying to finish it there. All right. This isn't gonna help us get the friggin' mini either. Oh, come on. Yeah, we stream every morning. Whoever was asking that. Oh, that was good as well. That's what you're talking about. All right. Finger transplant still has some phantom movement. What on earth? That was it? That was it. That was it, and you're being stingy. You know that you've been stingy on that one. You can blame that on North America. Maybe I shouldn't even do this on NA, because when we're getting down to this kind of level, you probably want every tick of ping you can get, right? Because every second of MS, every point of MS you have is essentially a hard boundary, isn't it? Like, because you'll never be able to press the button and have the server receive it that late into any window for a specific move. I don't know what's going on here. This is really annoying. What if I jump first, but then I'll be high? I do think I just need to fall. Oh, that's it. That's it. That's a good one. That's really good. That's really good. Okay, drop down. Not too much, though. Oh, no. I just wasted the ultimate start. All right. Okay, look. I know how low all of your attention spans are. I know how bored you'll be getting. Let's just go. Let's just leave this. We'll try this again. We'll go for a faster route tomorrow. What? That was actually a perfect opening you saw there, by the way, that I wasted on that door. It was a perfect opening. Are you Did you see how it turned off and then on again right as I was clicking the button? Like the window refreshed for some unknown reason. Oh, man. You're awful at the races because your timing is awful? Well, it's all just a matter of practice. You'll be okay at it. That was okay as well. The sequencing was a little bit different, though. Oh, why? I knew that flap was a risk. I was so low to the thing, though. Whatever. Look, we'll do the shitty one. That's a shitty opening right there. You ready, guys? Nice grandma. Okay, seriously, I don't need to be stuck on this all day. We're going to get the sky scale. Let's just go get the sky scale. That was a pretty good opening, though. So let's see. Fine. I'll drop just a little bit lower. I'm a bit low there. I didn't think we'd make that. Okay, that was as good as I'm going to get. All right, we're #1 daily. That's our best time ever there. Oh, is it our best time ever? Yeah, it is. It is. Daily. 25,160. 25,160. It's our best time ever. We did manage to get slightly further ahead. But only slightly. I don't know what our best time was before. I think there was a 2 there or something, maybe. So, look, it wasn't all in vain. All right, let's return. Griffin? Bronze? Griffin? No. Griffin? No. Griffin? No. 22 rolls at that we've had so far, and no Griffin. All right. Now, let's go over to Liss. And get the unlocks rolling. Is the time exactly the same? Is it really? It was the exact same time again. Wow. See, that weirds me out. If it was the exact same time, down to the 1,000th of a second, which is what they're rated to, somehow I don't think that can be right. Okay, so we're going to store this. 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 Oh, I already had a torch. Damn. Wasted cash there. I'll just sell that back now. It's about 3 gold probably that I lost on the transaction swap there. Sell this, sell this. Alright, good. Then we get the little chest showing that we did in fact finish the collection. The lantern skimmer came in. That's good. So I'll deposit these. I now have 30 of these. So whatever the next set is that they add, I should just be able to get instantly. In fact, I haven't looked at the vendor for a while, so it might be that there is a set I can pick up there. I'll have a look at that in a second. So you can deposit these. Now, so here's what I was trying to do with my inventory last night. Basically, here's the idea. Do that. Now, these milling stones I never properly got rid of. Look at this. Look at the I'll tell you what, guys. If there's ever a currency that might be worth looking into, if you want to be like me and have a pointless investment, milling stones might be it. Because there's billions of them around, and nobody, not a single soul, is even buying them anymore on the TP. No one has a buy order placed. No one. So I got that. And then the rare gear I will sell as well. Right, so the idea of my inventory is this. If I shrink it to minimum size, okay, these are my account slots, obviously, up top. When I scroll down a little bit, I've got this like little block, and the idea is we can't make it any smaller than this, obviously. So we just put that there. And then while we play fractals, if we want a break bar, we can just metal rod. Right, this is basically 3/4 of a break bar, okay? It's crazy. You know, a solo scale against a regular champion with everything normal. But that's a huge amount of damage. This is 3/4 of a break bar. But it has a cooldown. This one, the peg leg, this is like half a break bar. It's a launch. Doesn't even have an animation, but it's, you know, it's got a cast time on there. And then the boulder is a ranged one, which is good for like CM 100. I don't know what else. It basically lets you use a warrior rampage boulder. So these are like your 3cc items that you'd roll with. They're actually choices on where you pick the different ones up from, but they all work in fractals and they're all very good. It's better to double click and just use one of those than it is to like spend the whole cast time of a transmute lightning or a cyclone, which has its own delay, or many of the profession skills that are on the various classes out there. So yeah, the idea was that, and then obviously stealth for whenever that's relevant. Mostly dredge fractal, you'd use these. These have been in my inventory for years and years and years and years. I just picked these top 3 up recently though. And then movement items. These aren't even really fractal related, but you know, they're just consumables, just in case. I mean, the prototype position rewinder. I could get the mini portal, which I probably should, and then there's 2 summon skills here. But that's the idea. However, my problem is that when I start getting loot, it fills in on all these blocks that are around, and then it just looks hideous and it doesn't work anymore. So I'm wondering if there's like a method you guys can think of that would resolve that. Now, the reason I don't have it all just compacted to the top is because it blends with my account slots in a kind of an unnatural, awkward way. Like, I have my quartz here, and then the consumables would begin. And I mean, obviously I could learn that, but it just doesn't look as good as that. I'd love it to look this clean and this good. So, what do you guys think? Is there like an invisible bag I could do or something, maybe? I'm not sure. Why does that have a mace icon? I know, I actually hate the icon for it, because that's like a regular white gear icon, and it's ugly as all hell. I'd rather they have unique icons. There's a really cool boulder you can buy in the game, which has a unique icon as well, but that one doesn't work in fractals, sadly. There's another version of this that looks like a metal bar that does, but I'd rather have the wood one. Yeah, I'd love this icon at least to look different. Yeah, I'm full 32 slots, so have the account bound slots separate. Yeah, I mean, I have done that in the past. And then we could just do like CCs on top. Problem is this slot, which I'm leaving empty. What I'd love to do is just be able to turn the inventory on and off like this and immediately have it. So I'm kind of tempted to put it in the account slots. But I really like the things I have in my account slots right now. They're all pretty useful. Like, everything here is really useful. These, obviously, because we're getting them every day. These, because they're filtering in every day. These, because I want to charge a thing every day. These, because I get them filtered in every day for when I PvP. This, so that I can swap the glyphs around for the glyph of reaping value. A Black Lion kit, maybe I could argue I could get rid of. You know, replace with the copper fed or whatever it would be, the silver fed. The high instance portal stone, maybe I could argue I could get rid of. The Champion's Rest Pass I really like, so I'll probably leave that. The birthday boosters, maybe I could get rid of. TP to a friend, always handy to just have. The revive orbs, probably the best slot that I've got filled here. Bank access, repairs. I don't know, I think, yeah, the TP. It's all pretty useful, honestly. Maybe since I use Champion's Rest, I don't need the Mistlock Sanctuary, but... The Omni Potion is obviously also super useful. In Fractals, I just move whole inventory on the left of the screen to see 2 columns. Well, how do you condense it into just 2 columns? I can't shrink it any further than this. Yeah, it's expired, but there's a well-known trick with it that allows you to use it all the time. And the devs know about it and said that they're not really going to act on, I'm pretty sure. The time expired means I can no longer double-click it to instantly go there, but when I'm in the lobby, I can still go up. Cho says I'll send you a screen. So yeah, anyway, I don't know. A more efficient method for this might be kind of nice. I'm not sure. All right, let's finish off the sky scale. Unless I'm forgetting something. I just unlocked the branded stuff. Oh yeah. We'll have a quick look at the Black Lion vendor. Is this guy, isn't it? Show me what you got. Yeah, branded is still the newest set. I've got those. Defiant Glass is also there. I've got those. Orchestra is there. Got those. Mad Realm. Got those. Equinox, got those. Yeah, I have all of these. All the newest stuff, I've been on top of it for ages now. So there we go, we'll do that. Okay, find your sky scale. Oh, alright, and now these are mostly, well, they're not entirely. Let's do Goem's Lab first in Metrica Province. Some of these you can totally skip with mounts as well, by the way. Like, they'll have a mount disabled zone, but you can climb so high and move so fast before entering the zone that when you finally reach the zone, you're a million miles in the sky and able to just... You'll cross the threshold, be kicked off the mount, but continue moving. And sometimes they'll make it as a mount-free zone, but not a glide-free zone. So you spend all that time getting on the mount really high up, and then you just glide to the place. So here, for example, we are in mounts disabled, but not gliding disabled. So that's the end of Goem's Lab. I don't know if that's actually a two-way surrogate or not. But, in theory, if you can get on top of this rock here... Hylek attacked me pretty quick. It's still all mounted. So this one they seem to have been pretty smart about. But there are ways. You guys... Ways like you guys wouldn't believe. Like, we're still mount disabled here. Down in the water. Alright, there you go. We can get on a mount again now. So, like, you could probably get onto this. And then you could probably... Oh, hold on. I don't have... Earth 3 doesn't work the same anymore, does it? So I can't jump over to that. Some classes could definitely do that. And it's not quite high enough to glide. There's nothing to latch onto there. But, look, we could have griffined mid-air there. We could have re-established our griffin. But like this, you can probably... Yeah, look, like... What? Why didn't my bond work? That totally works there. So, hold on. We'll try that. Oh, this guy says he's at the end. Alright, we'll just portal us through. But yeah, there's lots of little things you can do like that. The only reason I'm doing it here at Goem's is Goem's quite long. We've done it a billion times over the years. And I just kind of wanted to show you guys how the technique works. Look, it's Bacon again. Bacon's like the movement god. It's insane. Smart in one sense, obnoxious in another. What, in terms of skipping the stuff? I mean, yeah, ideally it wouldn't be in the game. There are videos, Mike. I don't know if you've looked. There are people who have done guides on like every single one in the game kind of thing. I don't know whether they're all still possible. It's all since like just as Path of Fire came out, people were showing this stuff off. But there's like methods of bypassing pretty much anyone, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, thank you for that portal. You've really sped that little bit up there. Next, we're going to go to the Buried Archives in the Cursed Shore. So this one is super short anyway. There's no reason I can imagine that we'd ever want to skip this. So the temples are all a part of Meta Event Rush right now. So it's kind of a weird time for Tyria in that you can almost guaranteed trust that when you hit one of these waypoints, they'll work. See? So like, we're actually here at Grenth. Because you get the Meta Event Rush bonus for taking the temples and also defending them. There was a late patch note just, I remember reading the other day. Which means people are just, you know, compelled to keep these captured for the pact. I wouldn't be surprised to see Melandru's in our favor as well. Yeah, Melandru is. I genuinely haven't had an experience doing this. Oh yeah, so the other thing I did last night here, Coalescence 2, the gift. I only just did this. So in the previous raid release, obviously the next one's tomorrow. But in the previous one, you found this alembic apparatus, just a special item. And so if you already had the Hateful Swirl, the precursor ring from the Doom Wing, you could find this alembic apparatus and it triggered Coalescence 2. Its bloodlust somewhat lessened. Your energy friend now desires to learn more about being. Also, it wants a name. So you get this achievement, and what it asks you to do is run around Tyria pressing F on things, basically, which is what most of these are. But it's really well hidden, really sneaky, a bit like some of the Hateful Swirl stuff was. And it would have been a real job from the community to figure this stuff out. So you have these, you have this flavor text, the faintest air of rage clings to this otherwise empty vessel. And then you have the blue text underneath, which says, rage burns and consumes, not unlike a fire. Now that message, that's a cryptic clue to tell you where to go for this specific bottle. So this one was, you know, I honestly can't remember. I think they were mostly core Tyria locations. They definitely weren't season locations. I can't remember this one. But, and then once you find the bottle, you go to a special area of the world to fill it. So here, this bottle is hot to the touch, filled with malice and hatred. So as an example, the bottle of excitement, the bottle of joy, nearly weightless and possessed of some sort of bubbly energy, this jar is very pleasing to hold. Now, the clue for that, you can't read right now, but the clue was something that sounded like Quaggin. So you go to the Coddler's Cove jumping puzzle, and on the floor there, you can find a bottle. You interact with the bottle, you claim it, and then the next one was impulsive choices, oh no, that's a different one. Oh, here you go. Unbridled joy is the domain of youth, so you go to where they raise, like, baby Quaggin. Like, it was really difficult to find them all. I used a guide for this. It was, you know, I didn't enjoy that real experience of it. But then you fill the bottle by going to where the little Quaggin play in the fountain in Lion's Arch, right? So you go to that place where the little hatchlings are hanging out and enjoying themselves in the water fountain, and boom, you get it. And you got to do it for these different bottles. There's however many. So it's basically find a bottle, fill a bottle, find a bottle, fill a bottle. My favorite one that's really good here is I think shame and regret are here. Shame here. So impulsive choices can cause regret to crystallize. So shame. So the clue is about shame. So where do we see shame in Guild Wars 2? Well, who's shameful? Well, Logan is shameful of what he did in Destiny's Edge. And so if you think about him, you actually go inside the Seraph headquarters and you can find a bottle under his desk where he's working, and you can claim that. And then to fill the bottle, we go to Glint's lair, where he actually made the mistake, and you can fill his bottle from Glint's lair. So it's a nice mix of Path of Fire and core Tyria stuff. At one point, you go back to Cormyr's library, the Fallen Library. It's nice to see the devs had a reason for that. They were generally pretty smart about interesting places to go, genuinely interesting places to go, and interesting tasks to fill. One of them has you go to Scarlet's secret lair from Living Wild Season 1 under the Dermot Priory. You actually go back there, and you find a bottle in her lair. You know, so there's just these nice little bits. And it was a cool little collection. I figured with the new wing coming out, I should probably get on that, you know. And so I did. And that was 10 AP. And for the longest time, I was thinking of recording that and maybe, like, showing a thing with it. But all these ideas for videos on, like, oh, here's all the stuff to do to get the Warclaw. Here's all the stuff to do to get the Sky Scale. Here's all the stuff to do to get, you know, vision or whatever. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think that they really work because I'm not doing it. I'm not like super no life tryharding it, and it's pretty low rate stuff, I think, honestly, to just spam out these guides of where to wander and press F. I don't know. The wiki does the job of that way better than a video guide ever could, in my opinion. I don't really care much about joining that space. So anyway, it was fun. It was fun. And I recommend you guys check it out. Alright, we found the Sky Scale. Sorry, dialogue's still muted. Alright, get back here. So there's only 2 more now. One of them is in the Eastern Complex in the Sand-Swept Isles. Is that the... That's not Gandara, what they call Gandara now, is it? We don't... Oh, I don't... What am I talking about? That's Sand-Swept Isles. This was the Domain of Corner. At the top of the Loyalist Warren. Well, let's go to the Eastern Complex and just see. And this Sky Scale stuff's been so cool. It's been really nice, just like going everywhere. Path of Fire, Core, this season. Obviously, Season 3 and Heart of Thorns aren't included, but it just feels really cool. To just know that it could send you anywhere, you know. That there's no real boundaries on it. When you sleep, do you dream about Guild Wars? No, not really. I'm often thinking about Guild Wars when I'm, like, reflecting on the day and wondering, you know, what I did and... You know, you guys know what I mean, right? We all sleep. We all know what it's like to lay down in bed and then just sort of think about things and process information we've taken. Sometimes I'll think, you know, if I've been PvPing a lot that day, I'll be thinking about, you know, I'll feel myself like naturally sort of thinking about sort of the flow of whatever the build is or whatever. I don't know how to explain that. I don't want to say I find myself thinking about rotations before I sleep at night because that sounds so unbelievably cringy. I could not countenance it. But something along those levels. Also, you don't do rotations in PvP. But coal collection could be a good call for a video because not everyone can do raids. Maybe you're right. People do look to me to deliver the raid story, certainly. Look, there's another expert course. Should we just do this? Can we even get the Griffin from these? Oh, I was expecting to drop. I have no idea where this is going to send us, right? So... Oh, well, so far so good. I remember doing this on stream, actually, when this patch was new. Do you guys remember me doing this? Oh, really? I thought I'd been so swish with that. Oh, and there's the end. We got gold. So, I mean... Look, why are we getting bonuses? Oh, because it's the first time each week you get a bonus, right? I think it is anyway. Look, our loot from these ones is different. We're getting trade contracts and stuff. And the gold chest, unidentified gear. Oh, maybe we were always getting trade contracts. I'm not sure. Anyway, so that's pretty nice. It's cool to have a Sky Scale right where one of these is. And the final Sky Scale is at the top of the Loyalist Warren in the Domain of Corner. Now, this is actually the first one on the list. So let's go to Corner. Loyalist Warren. Is this up? No, I'm thinking of the Natuka Pond. Codner Crossroads, the Yolan Bluffs, the Loyalist Warren. Is it a POI? You know, I don't know. I really don't know. The Loyalist Warren. Oh, it's over here, isn't it? Yeah, it's where the Joko statue was. I'm talking about the mini Griffin. It's a very rare drop from doing the Griffin races. And obviously, you only get 1 shot per day. If I did every Griffin race in the game every day, we probably would have it already by now. But currently, we're spending a lot of time beetle racing every day. So, you know, one format of races at a time. If you really want to get everything in the game, you really do end up going pretty ham on some of this otherwise fringe content. Right, so yeah, we'll just go north. In fact, why don't I just waypoint that? Look at that. Beautiful. Those old Commander POIs are still so weird to me. Tell us the truth. There's nothing to be ashamed of. You usually dream about the things you are most passionate about. We all know you make a lot of money from these things. It's admirable. You are the best of the best. Is that a troll? What? What do you mean I make a lot of money from these things? What? Real world or in game? Because neither's really true. I mean, lately with these, some people have been helping. Like I've shown off the Black Lion store, and I'm not going to do it here. But I've shown off the Black Lion store, and I've said, oh, yeah, this is on promotion, and I don't have it. And people have bought me a couple of minis lately. It's been really nice. Really nice. So, I mean, in a way, that's kind of been cool. But I certainly don't have much real-world money. And that mini thing has only happened the past couple of days. But no, I don't really think about Guild Wars. I think about... Well, it depends. Sometimes I do think about... I never really think about progress in Guild Wars. I don't sit there thinking about, oh, I'll do the Sky Scale collection tomorrow. Oh, it's going to be so exciting. And I never think about, oh, I can't wait to do my fractals tomorrow. Or, oh, I'm going to get the legendary soon. Oh, I can't wait for the raid. I don't really think about that. I don't really find myself excited for new releases when I go to bed at night and stuff like that. Not anymore. Maybe for a little while at Living Wild Season 1. But I've just gone through so many and covered so many. That's not really there. I do sometimes, however, get very passionate about changes that could happen with the game. And I think about stuff like, you know, what they could do as improvements to the personal story, or what they could do with improvements to leveling, or how they could make some minor improvements to PvP to increase the population, or, you know, I do think about those things. And I'm sure if I was more enthusiastic about Wild vs. Wild, I'd have stuff like that. But thinking about as I go to sleep is not the same as dreaming about the game. I don't dream about the game, I don't think. I don't really dream very much, I have to say. I saw a chart recently that sort of showed that very young people dream a lot and very old people dream a lot. But there's a period sort of once you're in your mid-20s and like till, I don't know, 50 or something, you don't really dream much. Or up until like your 60s. I feel like I might be hitting that already. I don't know. To me, I don't really consider it dreaming anymore. I just sort of feel like sleep is just thinking without... This is going to sound so hippie-ish and so lame. But it's literally just thinking and it's just deep thought. That's literally all it is. Here's the phrase. Here's the hippie phrase. Thinking without boundary, man. Whoa. You just... And what I mean by that is you don't think about thinking. And you don't distinguish between what are your thoughts and what is reality, which is you in bed. Just everything is your thoughts. So... And your thoughts just lead you anywhere and everywhere. And sometimes that might be in the form of like a narrative, which you might then wake up and translate as a dream. But the truth is you're just thinking and and I can kind of feel that in my head, you know. I can kind of feel that, you know, they're not really dreams. It's just, I'm just thinking in a really sort of like relaxed and, you know, unguided way. God, I hate the phrases that I'm using here. This is so bad. Okay. Homecoming. Alright, Sky Scale, you've been on your adventure, just like me, and now I'm going home. I mean, I'm not saying I never dream. Some things I definitely do feel like I identify as a dream. But most mornings when I wake up, if something feels vaguely like a dream, I can sort of trace my sleep thoughts in a way that I'm sort of like, no, that wasn't really a dream. I was just thinking while I was asleep. Yeah, because this happened and then this. And, you know, quite often my dreams, so to speak, they'll, like, take courses and turns and they'll do things that I can kind of think, no, that's probably just that I was thinking about this topic and then, you know, I was insecure about this thing. And so that's why I had quite a nasty dream about... I even went on a stream recently. I said I had a horrible dream about one of my brothers got, like, really injured. And I hadn't really thought... I hadn't realised that I'd had it. But I would call that a dream. And that was very recently. I don't know why I was insecure about, you know, a family member getting injured. But, you know, as your parents grow older and stuff, you start worrying about the health of the people around you. So, I don't know. I can imagine that's just something I started thinking about while I was asleep. Oh, Goric, every day, man. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But look, we'll get there. At least the devs have implemented this in a way that I can replay it. All right, here we go. We're local recording it here as well. Oh. Whoa. Did OBS crash there? It just said encoding overload. It totally froze, didn't it? For a very brief moment, we had an encoding overload. Did you guys see that? All right, here we go.
Success! Our fledgling returned safely. Maybe if we further strengthen your bond with her, she won't fly the coop again.
Success. Okay, so how might I do that? You're no stranger to training dragons. Timey tells me you spent quite a bit of time with Aurene, playing games, teaching her to defend herself. Such guidance would greatly benefit our fledgling. Understood. So look, we had a baby with Timey. Oh my god, that sounds a bit weird. And now we've had a baby with Goric. Oh, let's have more baby girl dragons. It's my favorite thing about Guild Wars. Understood. I'll see what I can do. Alright, we get 2 at once here. So Sky Scale Stealth. Play hide and seek with it in the Sun's Refuge. Teach you to be stealthier. Could Complete the mini game on easy, on medium, and on hard. Okay, interesting. And then we're going to teach it. We're going to just play catch. So, on easy, on medium, and on hard. Oh, God. I don't like the sound of a hard mode, guys. All right, let's get rid of this tag. This useless tag. Hello. Do you want to play? Home base, it says here. Give some time for your sky scale to hide. Oh, what? No way. Really? Oh, this is interesting. Okay, count really fast. Easy. All right, so it's ran off.
Ready or not, here I come.
Oh, look at the detail. This is good. This is really good, right? Difficulty easy. Times found 0 to 6. Am I on a time limit? Oh, this is so good. Oh, it's so immersive. I'm very impressed right now. I'm very, very, very impressed. I can control T it. Oh, I can call a target. The cheese. But that's not immersive. I'm actually playing hide and seek. This is a real authentic hide and seek experience I'm having right now. Do I need to mount up and get on the buildings? Oh, there, I see you. I found you. You know what this reminds me of? There's a PlayStation 1 Rugrats game where you play hide and seek with Chucky and stuff.
Are.
Oh, infatuated. I'm actually bonding with this a little bit here. It makes sound. You don't need to choose
Ready or
it.
not, here I come.
All right, let's turn the effects volume up. Oh, that was weird. I felt like I was going to get teleported back to the start, but I didn't. The black screen UI is genius. Okay. It was so cute to do. Wish you could do it again. I feel like this is the... Oh, look, it's pinging here. Oh, it's making it super easy for me. Do you think that's... I'm hearing it move. Ooh, her move? I guess I should use the word her now. Hello, that wasn't a very good one.
Found you.
That wasn't very good. You're going to have to try harder than that next time. What if I'm a ferocious predator?
Ready or not, here I come.
It's actually kind of funny that we play hide and seek, because, you know, this isn't really the kind of thing that a dragon, I think, would play. This is like what Prey would teach itself, you know. You got to hone your skills fleeing and saving your own life. A dragon would be like, it should be me hiding and the dragon hunting me down. I guess in a weird way, it's kind of, it kind of makes me look more like an authority figure, you know. Let's look behind the wall. I'm sure I... There you are!
Ha! Found you.
Yeah, in the Rugrats thing, they definitely did that, where the kid holds
Ready
their
or not?
eyes, their
Here I
hands over their
come.
eyes. I heard about a really interesting psychological experiment you can do with kids. About, like, the theory of mind. I'm going to try and recite it to you all, but the truth is I don't remember the details well enough. The idea is, you tell a kid a story, alright? And the story is this. That there's two girls, Sally and Anne, okay? And Anne has, two boxes in front of her. And she has a chocolate. She has a chocolate coin, okay? And so Sally takes the coin, puts it in the box, and shuts the lid. And then you ask the kid, where will Anne look for the coin? So Sally put the coin in front of a box, and Anne watched it happen. So now you ask the kid, where will Anne look for the coin? And so...
Here I come.
And so the answer's obvious. Anne will look in the box that Sally put it in, right? Because she saw it go in there. So if you ask a kid this, the kid will say, all right, yeah, Anne's going to look in the box that she just saw Sally put it in. And then you add a little bit to the story and you say, okay, this time, Anne is going to walk out of the room. Sally is going to move the coin into the other box. And now Anne's going to return. And then you ask the kid, where will Anne look for the coin? Now, apparently... if you ask a kid young enough, the kid will correctly answer that Anne would put it in that Anne would look in the wrong box because Anne did not see Sally move the coin. If you ask a kid young enough, they will correctly answer. They'll demonstrate like a theory of mind. But once they hit like 3, and from the age from like 3 to like 5 or something, they lose their understanding of like a theory of mind, and
Found you.
And they'll incorrectly answer. They won't know how to differentiate between the information Sally has and the information that Anne has.
Ready or not.
They won't realize that different people can know different things. And then they reclaim that knowledge a little bit later in development. So I think it's well known that children lack a theory of mind up to a certain age. But what's even more interesting is that they actually do have it for a brief window and then they lose it again. I think that was what I saw. Or maybe I might be wrong. I might be conflating that with a different anecdote, which is actually about how children think logarithmically. That the most natural way that humans think is in thirds. And there's a test you can do with kids, which is that they will, if you do this test with them young enough, they'll demonstrate counting in a logarithmic fashion. So if you ask them what's halfway between 1 and 10, they'll answer like 3. 3 is halfway between 1 and 10. You might say that's really weird. But the answer is like, it's because we think in proportions, basically, more than anything else. Rather than sort of the way that we learn to numerate the world around us and we learn in the digits and the numbers that we do. We actually think much more in terms of scales because that's how we see the world. And like, anyway, I'm well out of my depth now with this one. But yeah, that was something pretty interesting, I think, about child development. All right, did we finish it? No, time's found. 5 out of 6. I'm hoping here that I can ramble out a semi-intelligent thing and chat can correct me and round it out into something really good. Speaking of which, by the way, we've not had chat on screen this whole time. Oh, I guess Cho might have removed chat, actually. I guess there is no chat on this overlay anymore. No. The whole thing about losing it at a certain time, that is definitely a thing. All right, I'm well aware. You guys are probably very familiar with the idea that they don't have that capability. But the really interesting twist is that they do have it, and then they lose it, and then they gain it again. It's either the theory of mind thing, or it's the logarithmic thinking thing. It's one of those two. And that was what fascinated me, because the other facts are pretty basic. I think most people know that about the world and about kids. Anyway, I'm really struggling here because I didn't see the blip on the minimap. And now I'm failing at the easy mode. You think you like it better without chat on the screen? In a way, I do too. The reason I leave it there, though, is for Wooden Potatoes 2 VOD viewers. Because otherwise... Oh, here it is.
Found you.
Found you. Yeah, look at... Oh, what a powerful
I
Luda
think
narrative.
that's enough for now.
Oh, is it a time gate before we can do hard mode, guys? Or medium. It's really good. Look, Liz is happy to see the sky scale when I'm happy to see the sky scale. In fact, I'm so happy, I think I'll run around with my new kite. Oh, listen to this. You should know that the theory of mind has been debunked by many research groups. The initial study, I'm pretty sure it was more than one study that discussed the idea, right? But the initial study did not account for the environmental stimuli in any way. Do you want to ground that in something more tangible? What are you talking about? Environmental stimuli. Okay, let's try medium. Alright. I'm just ferociously looking at the minimap right now.
Ready or not, here I come.
Did they add these speed mushrooms here as well? What fucking legendary development is this? They added speed mushrooms. A Heart of Thorns Maguma Mastery benefiting me here. What is this, like, godly work that they've done? Who are the geniuses behind this? This is genuinely so good. They've got a real grasp on the game here. Here we go. Look, this is over here. I feel like you normally do a good job of reading what you respond to, though. Yeah, maybe you're right. I mean, I just did there. That was natural for me to read your message out.
Found you.
Found you. Okay.
Ready or not, here I come.
I mean, minimap pings kind of ruin this, to be honest. I am complimenting them, but they do kind of ruin it. Found it without the ping.
There you are.
Do you wish you could be a part of the dev team? No, I don't really know, to be honest. I do think...
Ready or not, here I come.
The thing is, I think I have a lot of important and interesting things to say, and I think I have a valuable perspective, and I think I can offer good insights. However, every person on the planet feels that their own insights are worthwhile and important and good, right? So it's not actually...
There you are.
Passion is not a credential, right? And sincerity is not a credential. So, I don't know whether I'd be right for the job.
Ready or not,
As exciting as it would be to do, and I think I really would enjoy it, right? That doesn't necessarily mean that it would be right for me. And then there's the headspace idea of what it is to design things and work on things and all that kind of stuff. And then there's the reality, and there's that horrible what's another word that's like reality? That you have to be realistic about things that you can do. There are constraints. There's when you're just thinking and understanding in your own mind how a thing would be good and why it'd be good and all this stuff, that's one thing. But you also have to communicate it. You have to be able to sell your ideas to other people to get them on board with you. Otherwise, you have to compromise in places that can really hinder the whole thing. And like, I don't know. I'm not necessarily a big believer in and I mean this in any walk of life. I don't believe in it for books. I don't believe in it for movies. I don't believe in it for games. I don't really believe that committee design can get you that far, and I don't think it can produce real art. I don't think it can produce truly compelling, interesting experiences a lot of the time. And I think that the video game industry, as far as I've seen, is an industry absolutely mired in compromise in the name of committee design, right? Like, something has to conform to the standards of a lot of different people
There you are.
before it even exists, and then obviously it has to be thrown in front of QA, and it has to be tempered, and it has to be modified, and your managers have to have a say, and everyone else on the team has to have a say and stuff. And these may be good practices, and I'm sure they exist for very good reason, right? And I don't critique them. It's just something about that unsettles me very deeply, you know? Imagine being really passionate about any specific thing, and then watching your baby be like ripped apart and changed and transmuted before your eyes by people that don't quite get the spirit of what you were going for. That to me feels a bit soul crushing. So I don't know. I'm not saying it is a terrible thing, and I'm not saying it's, you know, it's obviously made the industry a lot of money and people do things for very good reasons, and I'm not pooping on that. I'm just saying I feel like for my own mindset, that kind of compromise to that degree doesn't come easy. So I may be ill suited. So yeah, it's not something I've really thought about much, but maybe that alone is a reason why my answer is no. All right, so home base, we can do hard mode now. Ready? Oh, I cancel cast the black screen there by touching WASD for a second. Bit of a shame.
Ready or not, here I come.
There's an unfortunate thing that's happened here, which is that I know as we go through the higher difficulties, the sky scale is likely to just start appearing higher up. Like, this cave hasn't been used in easy or normal, so I'm pretty sure that she's going to hide up here at some point. Oh, I've been hosted, have I? Harlequin Pet. Thank you very much, Harlequin Pet, for the raid of 4 people. Welcome, everybody. You disagree? Passion is the most important credential? I don't know whether that's smart, man. I don't know whether that's right.
Ha! Found you.
Passion can come from a logical place, and passion can come from a sincere place, and you definitely need passion.
Here I come.
Something fuels passion, right? And hopefully that's something tangible and real and beneficial for whatever project you're on or whatever you're trying to make. But it, in and of itself, is not necessarily a healthy, directed, purposeful thing. It can be based on faulty information. It can, you know, you can be straight up wrong. I could be really passionate about revoking people's titles, but the truth is, in the real world, it may actually just be really damaging to people's desire to play, and, you know, population issues get worse, right? My passion doesn't change that.
Found you.
Passion doesn't change the facts of the world. So I don't know whether it's the most important credential.
not, here I come.
I think the best thing about passion is it can make a hard worker. I think that's the main thing. Passion can make a person work overtime. Passion can give someone job satisfaction even when you pay them peanuts. These are good things at your company. These are things that keep you solvent and push out good products. So passion's good for that, but passion is not a credential. Passion's good for, you know, sneaking in slave labor by the back door. Oh, here he's up here! Skyscale uses same spots for all difficulties. I got upper cave on easy mode. Honestly, I didn't feel any difficulty ramp up with the higher difficulties. Oh, really?
You're not. Here I come.
I mean, I'm not feeling it either, to be honest. I mean, maybe a little bit. It was on that marquee there. WP confirmed to support peasant wages for workers. Look, it's a free country. You chose to go to the game industry. You take your licks. No, obviously not. Obviously not. Obviously not. Obviously not. All right, let's let's find the sky scale. Did I miss it? Did it deceive me? You know, it's down here.
Ha! Found you. Ready or not, here I come.
If you're passionate about something, you will get all the info that is related to that subject, and eventually you'll be the best solution to the problem that faces your subject. They're a natural core. They're a twinned thing. I agree. I get the gist of what you're saying, but it is not necessarily true. That is not necessarily true. You could be a passionate but inept person. You could be a passionate yet lacking in intelligence, lacking in resource, lacking in initiative. All right. You need all these other qualities. Those qualities are credentials. Those are things that get you places and have you do things. But without them, you can love an idea, but, you know, if you just keep it in your brain and you don't do anything, you don't talk about it, if all you do is talk about it, and let's face it, that's all I do about my ideas. It's not necessarily... you're not convincing me. You're not getting me.
Ready or not, here I come.
Yeah, Sausage Squeeze has got a kind of a nice comment there. It's kind of like it's a requirement, but not a qualifier. You know, like it's a requirement that you have fingers to type at a keyboard to work in a studio, a tech studio. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you're right for the job. And listen, people passionate about video games, a dose of reality here. They're a dime a dozen. All right, it is the pastime of our generation. Unless you're like one of the most basic human beings on the planet. In my opinion. So, you know, it's a growing new industry. People who like money are interested in it. People who like it as a leisure thing are interested in it. It's and it's only been rapidly changing. Christ, I mean, if I look at how much the industry and games themselves as a product changed just over the course of my lifetime, or over a very specific window of about 15 years, going from the release of the PS1 to the closing days of the PS2 or the start of the PS3. Like, that's insane progress. I mean, I haven't really seen progress to that degree since the launch of the PS3 generation, but still. Alright, there we go. So we played hide and seek. Next, we want to play catch. So let's come over to the ball. Talking about passion and work, etc., I was wondering which profession inspires the most trust in you? In the UK, who qualifies to be trusted because of their work? I see what you're saying. So as if, is another way to phrase this, another way is kind of, if you were voting on an MP and you're looking at what they used to do for a living, you know, you see one guy worked in big cereal, another person, you know, is a hockey player, the third person was a housewife, who are you going to pick? You know, that kind of question, like what profession inspires trust in me? I don't know, but I do have a story about this to an extent. A new big hot thing to do on the internet. Successful catches. Am I throwing it at it or?
Go get it.
Oh, nice. Oh, crap. Oh,
Well
this is
done.
awesome. Oh, and we auto throw. This is so good. Oh, this is really good. I hope it actually gets harder, though. I actually genuinely do feel a little bit of kinship, a little bit of
Go get
bonding
it.
here.
Well done.
A hot new thing to do on the internet is to farm viewership on like these GIF websites and YouTube, I guess, and to a certain extent, and Twitch to a certain extent, by going out into the real world.
Go get
All right, now I know it's scary. You have to like use your legs and stuff. You go out into the real world and you find like injured animals and stuff, and you film yourself helping the injured animals. And people will like praise you as a hero. They'll get on their knees and bow before you, and that, you know,
Well done.
you'll start
Go get it.
rolling in money from doing this. And this is like this kind of thing that everyone's getting on. And people are, and I've been a little bit dickish about
I think
that.
that's enough for now.
How do I phrase this? It's difficult for me to express. Obviously, it's a good thing that people are helping animals, okay? And obviously, it's a good thing that people are rescuing pets and stuff. But I'm very cynical, and I'm very concerned, and I'm very skeptical of people that see them. I'm cynical that your motivation is really to help the animal, when instead what's actually happened is you've seen, oh, I can be internet famous, and I can get a lot of free, easy money if I just film myself with a phone seeking these, you know, birds that are trapped in beer beer rings or whatever. And if I find, you know, injured stuff on the beach, and like, I get very frustrated with it and very angry about it. And obviously, I like that people are helping animals. I just feel so. I really don't like it. I really, and I especially all the applaud and stuff that people seem to get from doing that. It just feels very wrong to me. It feels like people are sort of profiting off of the efforts. Do you get what I mean? I don't know. I can feel myself being a bit of a dick, to be honest, about it. And maybe I shouldn't be so. All right, we'll throw normally instead of gently now. So hopefully it goes a bit faster.
Go get it.
I just have a very weird thing about that. And so your question, what
Well
do you think's
done.
really trusting? You know, people are going to answer a person like that. Oh, I know this guy on the internet. He runs around helping all these abandoned dogs and blah, 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 blah. And it's just something that doesn't sit right with me. Does anyone feel any representation in themselves in what I'm
Well
saying right
done.
now? Is anyone else cynical about that kind of stuff? And it's not jealousy or envy, and it's not
Go
that I
get
think
it.
what they're doing is a bad thing. It's just, I'm very acutely aware of the time it takes to set up to record a video. And you know, for every one of those that they've done, a good amount of time has been spent
Well
waiting to film it and making sure that there's a nice happy little shot going. And obviously to varying degrees, people will do this
Go
to
get
lesser
it.
extents, and I'm speculating that it's really bad, but it's just something that really doesn't sit right with me, the sense of these people running around like that out in the world just doing it for self-interested reasons. There's something that feels very abusive
I think that's enough for
or
now.
manipulative on the I don't like people manipulating viewers. That's what it is, I think, and that's what most of the industry is. I said that on a previous stream. Yeah, I feel the same way. It's for the wrong reasons, but then again, something good comes out of it. Yeah, so it's hard to whine. It's hard to be the dick that I'm currently being, because it's like, come on, like, it's a positive thing in the world.
Go
So,
get it.
all right, we're throwing it really aggressively now.
Well done.
All right, no, be angry with it. Throw it at its face. Don't tell it well done. No encouragement. Harder. I want you to be a killing machine. I want a really strong engaged skill out of this. Go. This should be requiring me to have swiftness at this point and like teleporting around and stuff.
Well done.
Obviously not too much because different classes have different access and stuff. It's not like you should have to roll an SD thief to to sword 2 to the mosquito hairs and stuff and to move around in time. That'd be pretty hype. They should have a hidden platinum mode that is oh, I almost missed that one.
Go get it.
Your aim is not very good, Skyscale. Look,
Well
I barely
done.
make you move. This is kind of a weird game, a weird interaction, because are we trying to catch each other out? Are we... Anyway, Skyscale
I think that's
reflexes.
enough for now.
I think that's enough for now too. Yeah, there is a speed mushroom back here. Yeah, and there should be like... Oh, no, I don't want it to change our skill bar and stuff again. Don't need to reinvent the wheel for every little moment.
Ah, the twinkle in her eye. The spark of intelligence. You truly have a way with Genus Draconis. Killing and training.
I like this. This kind of retroactively justifies our connection with Aurene and the good stuff we did with Aurene, which we didn't get to see too much of this side of it. So I actually really like that. I like this. Think she'll stay put this time? I'd say so. But you can bet I'll be keeping 2 eyes on her from here on out. Go on, Gorik. I'll be in touch if anything springs up. But for now, consider your job done. The Sky Scales will endure, thanks to you. Thanks to us. This is your achievement too. Troublesome Sky Scales. So the final tier, this one went really quickly, is learning to fly them. So that'll be tomorrow. Well, that won't be tomorrow because we're doing the raid stream tomorrow. But it is, you know, it's on the list. It'll be soon enough. It would have been really nice to have done that today. It would have been pretty cool if we got our Sky Scale right before the raid came out. So it's kind of like the Living World release gave me the Sky Scale to work on until the raid release and then so on. You know, that would have flowed in really nicely. I think the fact that I don't have this by the time the raid comes out kind of makes me feel like I've gone particularly slowly on this one. You wish the minigame stayed? It wouldn't have been special if it stayed, man. That's something I think people don't get so much. But it wouldn't have been special. It'll be a pure memory for you now. It'll be something that you think back on as better and better than it actually was over time. And you get extremely nostalgic about. And it'll be a high point for the franchise for you. And you'll remember it fondly. If it's something you just kept doing, you'd realise it's probably a bit hollow. Tomorrow isn't the raid. Wait. No. Tomorrow morning is Tuesday morning, and I'm not going to be waking up super early on Tuesday morning to do a potatoes for breakfast, only to come back a couple of hours later and then do the raid stream. We're doing one stream tomorrow. It's when the raid comes out, which, yes, is tomorrow. It's tomorrow at 5-ish. Well, that's the normal time for the patch. Maybe it'll get delayed, and we'll have to see what happens, but... Can I show all my characters Fashion Wars? No, I'd rather do something meaningful for now. And what might that be? So, we done the Sky Scale there. We did some unlocks. There's racing. I got so angry at racing yesterday. I'm a bit embarrassed about how I shouted yesterday. Sorry about that. We'll keep it chill today. Let's get this. Just get these done. Let's not worry about golds too much. Let's just get these done. A few more medallions. Just keep rolling them in. And then, what else can we do for Master? I'm not really sure. Let's see how much time's left on this. 7 minutes. So if I do... No. This is not a good idea. Let's just do gold and then go back. I think from hitting the first checkpoint there, or the first 2, we do actually get some coins out of that, though. Or medallions, I should say. Look, Nocta, I don't know what you want from me. This is the spirit of the series, alright? We're putting in the hours on the things that most people never would, alright? That's what makes it special, okay? You might be right, though. Maybe I'll do this off stream. We are actually about when I would normally close. So here what I'll do is I'll do Mount Maelstrom. You guys can ask me any questions you like. Come on. I pressed space way earlier there. I'll do this, and you guys can ask me anything you like, and then we'll probably say ta-ra for this one, and we'll be back for the raid stream. One last... no, I guess that's fine. WP, what's the scarf skin? You get it from racing. It's from doing these. I believe the one that I'm currently wearing is... There's like a golden shiny one, or just a shiny one, and you can dye it gold. You can have it silver and shiny if you want, or whatever. And then there's also like a more clothy one. The shiny one is for getting gold on every single course. The other one is for, like, I think it's just a currency sync. Pretty sure. Come on. All right, we got it. That was perfect. We hit a little thing there, but it wasn't a big deal. This is so dangerous with all the cave trolls, the destroyers. I'm not going left enough. Ooh, just about clipped that. And we managed to swerve to the right of the turret there. That was good. No need to drift or anything there. We're going slow enough. Alright, it's a gold run. Easy. Beautiful. 22nd for the day. There are 2 helms and 2 scarves. Yeah, I can't remember what the other helm was. Here, I'll show you my characters, I guess. So I have 39 characters. And I'll just run through. So this is a racing character. She's supposed to look like she's racist. This is my ex-main, I guess. This is who I'm playing Fractals on at the moment. Currently looks all demonic-y because this was my grieving set. But actually, this is a hill set right now, weirdly. Merlin, a griffin racer. He flies in the sky, soaring very high. We have Azaric, my Path of Fire main. We have a Condi Scourge that I've been playing a good amount of in PvP lately. Do you want to play? Maybe we'll play one PvP queue. Let's play a PvP queue. I don't know how this will go. As always, these are a bit of a weird moment for the stream because a lot of people don't like watching PvP. And also, I get a bit stressed out playing PvP sometimes. But yeah, this at least has the good fashion wars. You guys like this? You think that this looks good? I have Aurora on this character right now. I'm not sure whether it's the best bet. But it's okay. It's okay. So, in fact, let's go... Oh, we already got a keep up. So I guess I'll just talk about it. This is... there are 2 ways that you can solo queue on a Necro, in my opinion. Well, no, I'm wrong. On a Scourge. Necro's got immense build diversity. There's actually some reasonable core builds. They're not amazing, but they're reasonable. The biggest problem with the core builds is they actually end up more... They play more like duelists, but they don't have any of the disengage or hard mitigation, damage mitigation potential of other duelists. So they kind of get a bit ruined in some ways. But they have very strong matchups, to be honest. Anyway, or for the Scourge, though, you can basically play big damage on like a Deadshot Amulet and with curses. Or you can play more supportive with blood, and you can swap your amulet to be a little bit more heal oriented, and you can go for transfuse reses. Both have a lot of playmaking potential in different ways. And I do really like blood, but I'm trying out the damage version at the moment, which I used to play a lot of, but I haven't really done for a while now. So this is like a Doomfire combo here. So this is just all about big damage here. This is actually a tough decision for me. A lot of people will say, obviously, Path of Corruption is like immense. But there's actually a really strong wombo combo you can do in lower rated games with the Terror trait. Where essentially you corrupt Boon for a fear, you can mark 5 for a fear, you can F4 for a fear on the Garish Pillar and do it again. And you can just like global people almost purely through Terror. It's really strong. It's especially good against like Rampage Warriors and stuff. But when people get better, they don't stab themselves in the first place. They don't rampage in the first place. They don't do these things. And Path of Corruption is just really good for saving reses and interrupting bodies and stuff. So anyway, I always like Skyhammer. I don't usually like Skyhammer at all. But Scourge is really strong on Skyhammer. Because as I was hopefully shown off on a previous stream, its kite potential is massive, right? It's Scepter 2, all of its shades, all of its marks. Even the Trail of Sand is it's all about pressuring while running away. And it's all ranged, all of it. It's not like you've got one melee set and one range set. It's all ranged. So what we can do is we can climb to these kite spots, and you can counter pressure the shit out of people who aggress you with like your Ghastly Breach or your shades and stuff. You can do all kinds of things. So right now I'm sitting on Staff, just trying to build a bit of life force. And then the Scrapper I'm going to ignore for now. I'm actually going to go for this guy. So since he's not moving in, we're going to push in like this. So there he just ability stun. He saw he got knocked down. So he used Trail of Anguish. So I punished him by fearing him. So he's taken a ton of damage. He might even die away if he gets plus. My guy died. Here is where if I was a Blood Scourge, I'd do a little bit better. But we might be able to fear this Function Gyro off. No, he got the stomp. That's a shame. We were going to try and fear the Function Gyro off while DPSing this Scrapper. I have to finish this now because everyone's dead, so I have to come up here. I'm going to Spectral Walk off the edge when he chases me, and then I'm going to port back up when he comes down, like that. And now that the shade's there, hopefully what this guy will do... Okay, so I'm going to walk back down here. We're probably going to get the 2v1 here. This guy hasn't pressured hard enough. And we've obviously got the 1 stomp. So he's going down. He's Condi bombed. And my respawns are coming in. So I can start looking at their respawns here and supporting whatever happened on far. So this Mesmer's kiting out and is low. So we know that this is an easy kill. So we're going to shade. There, what I was trying to do is shade in front of him. I've got a Guardian on me now. So I'm going to come on this kite spot. And he's going to fall. So again, just another really high value thing with Skyhammer. That was pretty bad with the Scepter because he was obviously still blocking. I'm going to have to use Spectral Walk here to stop the burns that are on me because he's ringed me. And he's going to do it again. He's really horny for me. I can blind him there by getting rid of his Fury. I'm an idiot. I was trying to press F2. I just stood in his Scepter 2. The thing is, I couldn't exactly get down. Maybe I should have. That was pretty bad. And I could have cleansed that. The thing is, Burn Guard's really easy to kill because every time he burns me, I can use F2 and I'll get Aegis out of it. Honestly, this guy played in a very weird way. And I could have pressured a lot harder. I'm going to bandage here because my friend has pushed him off. And if he comes to cleave the body, my friend will also come. This Burn Guardian's not very good at the game. He doesn't even know how this skill works. I mean, it does put a bit of burn on initial impact, but the rest doesn't matter very much. We can actually cleave over the ledge as well. For now, I think we will get the self-res, though. I think we'll be okay. Unless whoever took this over here comes to me.
The laser.
Yeah, we got it. All right, so now we can just move up. That will have saved a little bit of time if I'd let myself get bled out. But also, it saves 5 points for the team. So it's not too shabby. This is the kill we want to pressure here. Not because we're salty he got a kill on us, but because he's low, and then he's just popped his elite there as well, which is pretty nice. I'm trying to hold the heal, because my ally's low, and what I can do is heal on him in a second, and I can give him a shit ton of barrier. Unfortunately, he's already dead, so what I'm going to do here is mark 5 on the body.
Ready for targeting.
So here we're waiting for the burns to stack up, and then once our walkers ran out, we're going to heal on our friends to give him barrier. We've condied, and now we can leave. Our friend can clean that up. I'm not going to use this for swiftness, even though our swiftness isn't going to carry us all the way there, because this is such a powerful stun break and pressure ability that we're just going to wait with it. This isn't actually necessary because I already have an ally plusing it, but I'm too late for the hammer. Oh, he came out really quickly. Really quickly. Holy shit. So they were 2v0 at hammer, I guess? Maybe? That was bad because he was in distort and I just blew some pressure. It wasn't too bad, though.
Point A is yours.
So he's going to try and counter pressure me, so I'm coming down here just for a second. If we're lucky, we get an obstruct on some of his skills, but his staff 2 did go off there, which is a shame. So here we just drop nastiness on the stairs. He's going to pour in, so I'm going to Garish Pillar after the Blood Frenzy ends. I was a little bit too early. This guy's dead, so we can go... Oh, no, he managed to cleanse. Did he just random dodge that as well? The Scrapper's giving him pills, which is pretty good. We have hardly elited this game, so let's just drop all of our stuff here right now. And now let's port back. Pretty dangerous. We have sides, so it's not even that important we win this here. But I've got pretty big pressure going on that node right now. This is the best target here. Actually, no, the Scourges. I'm lying. That's fine. So what we can do is shade over the Scourge, and now just fight like normal by shading other things. And what we're doing is we're cleaving that body right now. So this is pretty scary. I'm going to drop 3 marks on myself. And when this guy comes in, he'll get hit by them. And then the final mark. Okay, he evaded that. We got to score this kill now because our barrier will run out. Okay, he knew the danger and he ported away. That's good. And I've got Spectral Walk to go back. And now we can... Oh, I had the wrong target. It's okay because we got our barrier back again. I'm going to die here. If I get the fear... No. He's very low. It takes... What we're going to need is one member of our team to be as smart as their Scrapper was and actually come around to the side. You see this guy up here? Oh, he is actually helping.
Cores installed.
No. I never blew Distort, I guess. That's a bit of a shame. Basically, that was a very dual heavy. Look at this. 2 illusionary riposts for 10k damage. That's a crazy build. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, when you're Scourge, like, Ghastly Breach is on a crazy low cooldown. I don't know why this guy didn't cross. I was going to go pressure him there. He's going for the hammer, so I'm going to win the hammer from him. I guess he values hammer over anything else.
Ready for targeting coordinates.
So, by the way, I'm not a very good Scourge player. Like, for example, here, I don't know how long this is going to take. I don't know how long to wait to drop my stuff. So there, I use Corrupt Boon. I'm fighting a Scrapper, and I just saw the big bubble, right? Now, when you see the big bubble, that comes with stability. So you can... There, so he just bubbled. So I use Corrupt Boon to try and corrupt his stability. I missed because he obstructed me randomly on this, which was really fucking lame, by the way. Okay, so here we need to cleanse. The really nice thing about this Burn Guard is we might be able to reflect back onto him. Next time we get a burn... I'm staying on staff here in case I get another burn stack. Alright, we'll just port back when he moves in with Sword 2. And now I'm going to come up here.
Point C is yours now.
And cast around the corner. Okay, I can move in now and I can help res this. This is fine. They already got it. Good, good. The Guardian's dead, so we just have to pressure and make sure we get that last little bit of damage. So he's going to die on the other... Oh, no, no, no. Wow. Fucking cleanse. I think that was an F2 cleanse. I'm not sure. I knew he was low on cooldowns because of how passively he was playing there. That Scourge isn't doing very good. We saw the Trail of Sand, so we tried to corrupt, but one of these guys, he point-blank shotted it, so we never got the fear.
The enemy has point A.
Their Scourge is really struggling this game. To be honest, I'm not getting much support from my team, but I don't really need it. And the reason I'm not getting much support from my team is that they're just tunnel visioning the enemy Scourge super hard. Speaking of... No, this is a... Okay, the Mesmer's on me again. So I'll jump down. The thing is, the Mesmer's going to have a lot of ports and stuff. If he stays up, anticipating my move, then I can just leave, right? Like, it's really not a problem. And then what we'll do is we'll come up to this kite spot and we'll take the 2v2 on close. My friend's already dead. So do we play greedy?
Point C is an enemy.
That sword build's interesting to me. I want to elite, but I want to do it at the right time. Let's just come up and be safe for a bit. So that port was really frustrating because it could have been really strong. Just going to randomly cast that there because I think he might still be coming back in stealth. The range is down. He's hiding in the Chaos Storm because he's pressured. So we can just pressure him there. That's another dodge, so we know we can... okay, and he ported out. If we'd got that fear, it would have been okay, but he would have ported through the fear anyway. This isn't a very fun game. It's too easy. So here the Guardian's back, so we'll just drop all of our stuff on him.
Cannon operational.
And then when he cleanses, we'll re-corrupt. So that's his next cleanse. Oh, this is really bad right now. And I wasted my 4. He's going to sword 2 or something to me probably, so we have to wait here. And we're going to cast on ourselves if need be. Alright, we got our heal back. That was possibly a mistake from me there, because I kind of let him leave. We could use the 5 through the wall and hit him. So, he's... Oh, this guy left. That's a shame. If my other Scourge had stayed... He's just going to get himself decapped now, so we have to go back. I don't know why he did that. Everyone wiped in mid as well, by the way. We just really need to prioritize that F2, because what we want is we want to get it back as soon as possible as well. Okay, now I'm probably dead because this other Scourge is on me. I got a transfer, which is alright. I didn't dodge that, and I probably should have. Oh, look, he Trail of Sanded again. So I think I can avoid the hammer. Oh, whatever. I'm just going to drop down. I actually don't know, and it's too risky to check at the moment. So we have to elite. I'm very low on Shroud right now, and I got burnt down. I think this guy just stood there and ate the hammer. That guy's super low. This guy's letting... The Necro's the easiest target right now, and he's not even going for it. Or was. This is really bad now. Yeah, so many stupid things just happened there. It's unreal. This Ranger wasn't even being focused in any way. He just ate the hammer hit, and I think stood in some burn. The Mesmer's running stun break on dodge. You know, it's... People say that that's a really terrible trait. It's not as terrible as most people... This guy is terrible at the game. I'm sorry. Look, I'm trying to not be rude, but the win condition is just AFK and mid, and he doesn't know how to do that. Most people are. I mean, it's off season, whatever. What was I trying to say? Get on the nodes. Even I hesitated there because I thought he was getting on it, and there was no need to both get cleaved. Why wouldn't you do that? Okay, so this guy's dead, and he died off point, but he's gonna get rallied. Oh, good fear. This is honestly so low. Right, so we're gonna preemptively Ghastly Breach now.
Cores installed. Charging the laser.
And, okay, he rallied. I got burnt down. He went big with the damage as well at the same time. To be
Your
honest.
team is victorious.
I forget what I was trying to say. The Scrapper got, like, everything except damage because we were the one doing the damage. But the Scrapper was actually on nodes and doing correctly. The Scrapper did well on far there. Pretty much did feel like a carry from him, to be honest. Yeah, I forget what I was trying to say. But there you go.
Cannon operational.
A PvP
Ready
game.
for targeting coordinates.
And it is important to do some PvP on this show because PvP is important for certain things. And yeah, so those are our characters. That's all the stuff. Oh, the stun break on dodge straight. It's not as terrible as people think. You just have to genuinely be really smart about it and not use it when stunned. To like proc extra exhaustion ticks. You want to use it for the really crucial cleanses. But yeah, all right, there you go, guys. That's it. That's the stream for today. That's Potatoes for Breakfast. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll be back for more Okay, so the next stream will not be tomorrow morning. It will be sometime later in the day tomorrow, and we will figure out what we're doing in terms of raid rewards, raid prizes, and all that kind of stuff. I haven't spoken to even any mods yet, so I don't know how we're going to run those. I may have to be doing it as a solo show. I haven't seen Flaganti around for a long time. So, yeah, we'll see. As for people who subbed and donated today, let's have a look if there was any. Well, we just had a sub there from Friendly Bobo. Thank you very much to Friendly Bobo. 21 months in a row. That's brilliant. Thank you. Gaia Demon, 26 months. Harlequin Pet with a little host earlier, so thank you. Ratchy, 13 months in a row. Mike as well with the host. Thank you very much. Bacon's All Mine hit their 13th month. What a god. And that was it. That was it for today. So thank you, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. And I will be back very soon. Yeah, and the exhaustion does feel very bad. I agree, Nocta. I agree. Catch you guys next time.